All right. Go!
Neutral Budden. No warrior now.
This part.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
Neutral Budden. No warrior now.
Parks on the boards.
Yes!
Start thinking
Felt too commercial for you.
like what the weird? Come on, my nigga. What you doing?
Niggas start thinking money
Don't
when that money
commercial
coming in.
this,
Like, man, we gotta switch this shit
yeah,
up now, nigga.
Nah. See, that's what happens when the
Fam,
nah.
I don't ever want to stand next to Jimmy and him go, yo, stay tuned for the interview tomorrow. I don't ever want to do that.
I'm not doing that, nigga.
I never want to do that.
Tell Karen we're gonna politely skip out.
Stay tuned for the tea tomorrow. Nobody want to hear that shit, man.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Radio-esque.
Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me hit my gunshots right quick on this bitch.
I'll try to take that from me because they packing heavy metal.
I hear the streets talking funny. Actually, I don't hear the streets talking funny. I hear silence. I hear quiet out there. Yo, this mic good. I'm here to talk to him. It sound funny.
Biggs.
I hear...
Biggs did not start that.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Who started pause?
No Homo started in Harlem. Biggs and them started saying pause instead of saying no homo. And made that they
So they
own
That's what I just
started
said.
pause.
I said pause.
It starts with no homo. They
Nah,
jack-
Jim, I said pause. I know what you're saying. I said pause.
No, we're not doing
I
that.
said pause.
This is what I hate. Niggas stealing shit and then make their own twist to
I
it.
said
And
pause.
then niggas forget about the way.
No, I said
bro.
pause.
No homo.
We're never
is
going to get an
pause.
advertiser.
Okay, you're right. I'm just saying who started.
Okay, you
who was the
right.
first to say pause. That
Pause
was big.
don't matter. It was no homo. That's
Nah,
what
it
started in the
matters.
whole world.
Nah, don't do
You
that.
can't do that,
Pause,
Jim.
pause matters.
We on no homo time where we from, bro. This was the whole thing. Pause.
I heard Dipset
Pause
niggas
was
pause,
the
though.
proper way to not offend nobody and say some fly shit like, yo,
I agree.
pause.
Yeah, I agree.
No homo, nigga. You just said some crazy shit, bro.
You know, I get what you said.
If you're an advertiser, your ad can go right here.
Any interest in giving us money?
That's funny.
So y'all never paused?
Nah.
Cam paused.
Cam don't pause.
For real?
Certain people
Y'all
do.
commercialized it.
No, it's a lot of people
mainstream
that pause.
niggas,
It's a lot of
right?
people that pause.
Yeah.
But
Why I
where we
remember
from,
pause before no
we
homo?
don't pause on my side of Harlem. It's been no homo forever, and it's always going to be no homo.
I just didn't know the no homo dudes looked at the pause dudes a certain way.
And that's
Jack
pause
is.
worthy to begin with.
Pause, all of that. But I didn't know.
It's all
But
petty.
If y'all
It's all
originate,
petty.
that's it.
It's all petty.
That's
It's
it.
all petty. It's all petty.
Yo,
You get a thrill out of being petty where we from.
That's a fact.
But niggas kill us sometimes for continuing the pause thing, honestly.
Nah, that's
because they be like, oh, we grown.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
niggas-
yeah, yeah.
So-
No, you was talking crazy, and you can be held up on charges for that type of shit. We can bring you to a court of law and find out what's your problem. Talking like that, you talking too spicy. Now you want to be grown, but you talking real crazy.
But do you think that the current sensitive time that we're in, we shouldn't do it?
Why? Because so many people are pauses.
a
Yeah.
lot of people are pauses.
I'm not a pause though.
Well, there you have it.
My shit is on play. I
And
don't pause.
the pause game is fun. It's
It
going to
is.
stay, man.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
nah, it's
It's
fun.
a
It's
very
not in a way
funny
you're
thing.
trying to
You catch
down
somebody talking
anybody,
way
it's
too
just pause.
spicy, gotta be held accountable
That's a
for
fact.
what he said.
That's
There's
a
no
fact.
way around it.
That's a fact.
I know pauses that play pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a big fact.
Yeah.
Seriously, like
Yeah.
say Chrissy or Chrissy's best friends are all.
Yeah.
You dig? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't have no preference. That's not a. But they be like, whoa, pause, my nigga. You
Yeah,
bumping
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like, what? What
Yeah,
you mean? You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
pause me. Like, yo, like, whoa. You bugging. You like, yo. And they from Harlem, so you know it's a Harlem thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yo.
They just program that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
There's
fact.
no way around
But
it.
that's a perfect way to put that game.
Yeah, no,
You
it
talk
is.
nasty,
Like,
you don't matter what's your gender
No, it-
preference.
it doesn't matter.
You out of line.
Yeah, you
It
talk crazy.
sounds nasty.
That's a fact.
The last few times I've seen you in person, Chrissy has been with you, and it's been studios, and it's been you know that gear that rappers get in when it's time to make it, like create it. I need the people with me that support me. But when I'm finished, I got to go out here and make it do what it do. So the last few times I've seen you on the internet, it's been Jim, which said to me, "Oh, it's coming soon." Am I off?
Nah, you're right. You know, when you're in the process of being creative, you like to be as calm and collective as possible.
1,000%.
And you need to have the people that you love the most that can take your Richter up and down, and everything is cool. So
People that get you need to be around.
Yes. So they don't rock the boat. Nobody rocks the boat. And then after that, I feel like I'm invincible. Doesn't matter what happened when I'm in my work mode. You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's a cheat code with you, right, with the young generation. Outside of the gems you may give them, I feel like no matter how respected of an OG you are, you have that ability to, because you inspired so many of them, it's different. Like, because I made Pump It Up, I could always throw out a club record whenever I feel like it. I left that door open. Because you, like, are this other inspiration to a whole nother generation that maybe wasn't even outside when you was doing it, it seemed like you have an unlimited open door to, do y'all know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
To the youth.
I love the youth. I mean, a lot of my reasons for staying connected to the youth is when I was younger, I wish I had somebody as dope as me to kind of help me and point me in the right direction. Somebody that really been through some real shit, somebody that has some real money. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to get advice from a person, but it's hard to take advice from a person that never did shit or never been nowhere that you trying to go. You know what I mean? I be looking at a lot of people like, boy, what are you talking to me for, boy? You can't even relate to what I'm. You know what I mean? So when things like that, I always wish that I had them type of figures in my life. I didn't really have too many people to look up to coming up, and especially not so many people that was into what I was into when I was into it. You know what I mean? Like, I had my Uncle Clinton. He was a little bit older, God bless his soul, and you know, but you know, my family's a little bit different. So the values that they teach me, as opposed to the things I was doing, didn't equivalent. So it was like the people that I look for tutelage for wasn't there. You dig? Like, I went outside as a grown man from a youngster, and that's how me and Cam brain worked. Like, we didn't really respect no people that was older than us, and that's why we bumped our head a lot of times, because of we just wanted to do it on our own, and that was our firm belief. Like, but there was nobody that was compelling enough to us that really made us feel like, oh, we could take advice from him and shit like that, because he was a small person. I mean, later on in our career, when Cam got to get Dame as his manager and things like that, like certain those type of talks started to make sense at that point. But at that point, it was too late and shit like that. I was already full-blown monster.
Do you find the younger artists in a time where artists now kind of have to do everything on their own, or that's kind of the trend coming to you on that, as far as you directing music videos before it was cool for rappers to direct their own videos or other people's videos, dress themselves, they would go right to the stylist type shit. Do you find that more, or do you still find more of rappers talking about rap with you?
I think people look at me for a various amounts of things when it comes to my independence. You have some major artists that look at the things I do as an independent artist to help their major artistry, quote unquote, and things like that. I mean, it's a mix of things. I would say one thing I can say is I've always sold lifestyle. Even when the music wasn't doing as good as I wanted to do or as I needed to do, I always sold lifestyle, and lifestyle always put money in my pocket.
Which is the game now?
It's the whole game.
Lifestyle?
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
You selling lifestyle. The music is a soundtrack.
Every rapper got every bit of money he has in his stash in his pocket on every video. Like, you dig? Like, you see a rapper with that money, that shit is all the money he got in his whole life. Right in that one book bag, just to make it look like he got more of that shit somewhere. You know
I wish
I mean?
they would stop that, to be honest with you.
Hey, man.
I understand it, but they should stop.
Yeah, I mean, well, I really can't paint the kettle black, because I was probably responsible for. I think I probably was would be one of the first rappers to ever run around with a money bag with 100,000, 200,000 in it, and that's quoted. You can ask anybody. You can't nobody say they did that before me. Only person I seen doing shit like that was probably BMF. Like they was running around. They had the money bags. That's what we used to call them, money bags. But they was really camera bags when Louis Vuitton was making camera bags back in the day.
Yeah, but you was doing that before Ron Isley and niggas started getting arrested for tax evasion and all that shit. That's really the only reason I'm telling niggas to be careful.
No. Do you want to hear? You hear what you're saying? So I ain't gonna say what. We don't need to say no names, but one of my artists and shit like that. Looking too little on the gram, IRS and taxes ass. They sent him a letter like, yo, if you don't pay this amount for all that flexing on the gram, you know what's next.
That's what I'm saying.
They calculated his flex on the gram was like, we think you owe us this.
That's crazy.
Too much flexy going on, bro.
That's a fact.
You
too flexified.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You heard?
They did it to our podcast, and we
Overflexing
haven't put a
can go
dollar on
bad.
camera. They went to my mom's house.
You flexified.
Word up. Shit get crazy. I mean, and that's for certain people. Certain people can do it. Like, you know what I mean? Certain people that got their shit together in every aspect. But like you said, it raises a lot of eyebrows when all these young rappers are doing so much and
And
shit
the
like
eyebrows is up now because of the pandemic scams and what niggas is on out here.
My young boys then came up. Oh,
Allegedly.
they moving right now.
listen.
Allegedly, my ass. They busting the government in their ass right now. Pause, no homo.
Allegedly.
They getting that
they getting
bag.
to it.
They getting that jewelry. They getting them cars.
Them niggas just ran in the Chanel store the other day.
Oh, no, they wild for the
They
Chanel
look-
store.
nah, they look
Nah,
Them niggas just ran
They
in the
went
Chanel
crazy.
store.
Now they look nuts.
That was because the pandemic money started to slow up.
Yeah.
It says, you know what? We got to go
It's
roll.
time to get it from the muscle now.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah.
Y'all stupid because they ran in the Chanel store with the workers in there.
Yeah, they don't care.
It was
they-
open.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a full move. One nigga at the door, one nigga had the security with the slammer on him. Somebody was peeking. Get it.
Yeah,
You heard? And we out of here.
yeah.
One nigga had a red
That
North
was a
Face
Brooklyn
on.
move. I don't care what nobody say. That would look like
Yeah,
a
that's
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
move.
That's
Not to
Brooklyn.
categorize
Nah, that's
these
the
boroughs
energy though, yeah.
or stereotype
Yeah,
any of
energy
my
is not.
brethren, but
Yeah.
that was damn sure a
Yeah.
Brooklyn move if
Yeah.
I seen
That was
one.
Brooklyn energy for sure. For sure. Yeah, I agree with you.
Alleged, yeah,
No, it's on
allegedly.
camera. It's on camera.
Niggas said, no, that one's on camera?
That's on
Okay,
camera.
Shit, that's,
Okay,
That's on camera.
I don't know those lens.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yo, Jim, let's talk about.
Photoshop anything.
But if you know who these gentlemen is, you could tell them to holler at me. If
They ain't really getting. Nah, they ain't getting.
Nah, they wasn't in the fire section.
They didn't get the shit. They didn't get the shit you like.
They ain't get the, they ain't
Look
get
at this
that.
nigga.
Fam, I didn't realize how calmly they walked out that
Yeah,
shit.
nah, they didn't get. Nah, that's
That look
Montclair.
like they paid for
Nah,
that.
that's Montclair. That's
Montclair.
Montclair. Yeah, that's not the Chanel store. That's
That was
Montclair.
early.
Yeah,
This
I-
one.
This the Chanel store right here. Yeah,
They
yeah.
got Dougie with the Dougie.
Yeah.
Look, bitch, move.
That's why I love the security. Security don't never secure nothing.
But who's the nigga with the phone? This is what I hate about the youngsters in this generation. One of them has the phone. He's with them with the phone. Like,
No. That's the customer. That was a white lady that was recording.
I
on
Yo,
thought
look
that
at
was
this.
because they be doing shit like that.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
the phone
they do.
ready, we gonna go
Nah,
ahead and get
yeah,
lit. Like,
that's
why are we
stupid, yeah.
putting crimes on camera now? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on? We gotta try to get
And-
away with the
and when
crime,
you
right?
commit
Well, that's a
crimes,
question that needs to
your
be
phone
answered.
has a GPS.
And why didn't y'all
and
snatch
where you
that
are at
bitch
the
phone?
time.
Like, how y'all doing all this shit and the bitch is from here with it? Why nobody ain't slap her head off and take the phone?
She got the clearest video.
Niggas get
She
scared
shot-
of white people when they see them like, damn, white person with a camera. We got to get the fuck out of here. Niggas.
She shot this shit with a red.
Word. That whole shit in 4K.
Word.
Every facial feature.
I'm glad y'all got to the bottom of that. That's why I never took that PP. What they call it? PPE, PPI. Like niggas,
PPM loan.
Niggas scared me out of it. They scared me out of it because they told me the government was gonna be watching everything like a hawk if you took it.
I mean, well, it depends. Like, you really have businesses, so it's a little bit different. As
And it was-
opposed to somebody getting a PP loan for $4 million and don't have one employee, but now
Yeah.
got 2 Lambos
Yeah.
on
It's different.
Instagram
Yeah.
in the midst of
It
a
was also
pandemic.
the lowest
and you
interest
just
rate
was
ever.
a dust bucket that didn't even have money to get the blunt, just the weed, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? These type of niggas is coming up right now. It's nasty out there. You
Blowing the
heard?
whole
Ain't
50K
The
in one
bottom
day.
of the barrel is up. You heard?
Yeah.
And they flexified. They on it.
Flexify. This nigga Jim is stupid.
I can't talk to this nigga, man. Yo, and you put me on. I think that was you. You was the first nigga put me on. I was like, yo, Viacom is sending checks. I said, let me call you right back.
Yeah.
I called them niggas up. And sure enough,
did you get one?
You fucking right, I did. You fucking right, I did, buddy. Hey, and it came in the nick of time.
Yeah.
That was a nice little.
I said, "Wow, did y'all make a mistake?" They was like, "No, that's for you. That's for you. It's a pandemic. This is how we do
Bam!
it."
They plugged like they plus like 5 checks together and sent it out. Like,
Imagine the loan they got though.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, on a serious note,
89 trillion
now you
for the
talking.
Viacom bills.
That's
Didn't
why
you say for the
that's why we
labels,
got
though,
them
too?
shorts.
You said for the
That's
label.
why we got them shorts. Hey, y'all niggas shut up.
Word up. They definitely gave a nigga hush money. Like, give him a little hush money.
And I hushed.
Oh,
I
fact.
hushed right up.
I hear no evil, see no evil. I'm cool.
No, that was good shit. Well, what else you got?
Well, no, didn't you tweet about when the labels got all they forgiveness money to pay their employees?
The labels-
You had tweeted
I did
something
that.
about that.
Because
but
I
we
got
not
it.
paying a
Yeah, he
single
did, 'cause
artist.
he did. When he got the check.
I got a check from Viacom.
Yeah.
And then I ain't getting no check from no labels.
Yeah.
And nigga, am I employed here or am I a contractor or am I a slave?
Figure it out.
Where's my pandemic check at?
Because y'all just got a whole bunch of money to pay
one
everybody
label
but me.
gave not one artist a pandemic check, and they got bailouts.
Or IPO check.
Ooh, wee.
Well, they
And
wouldn't
they
get
got
IPO
the
check.
super bailouts.
Why not?
Because artists wouldn't have any IPO.
It's funny.
Why not?
It's funny how
well,
the
that's
labels,
another conversation.
How the labels get a
Okay.
PPE check for not being able to go to work, but everybody's working on Zoom. I'm shut up. Yo,
Yeah, you
What
got
else
projects to
we got
drop.
going on?
You got projects. You got projects to drop. Goddammit. and a lot of them. You got a lot of shit coming.
well, I got wild projects coming. I got heat too. I got a lot of heat.
This nigga's the
And hold on,
only
hold on.
immortal OG. He's like immortal.
Well, this my shit with Jimmy of adapting to times. Don't act like they even tried to take your Zoom sauce in recording.
Yeah, niggas is jacking sauce right now. It's all good though. It's all good though.
Nah, I need you to expound on it.
You need me to expound? Okay,
Because I was in one session.
Quarantine Studios is a platform that I created in the midst of the pandemic trying to make some money. And in the midst of me trying to make some money, I figured out how to record virtually in real time with no latency. And I've recorded 6 albums with every producer and artist you probably could imagine on the screen. And I've blew everybody's mind. And I mean, I invited the masses to it. I've seen a couple of people do it, but more of a private situation, which incurred a lot of money. And who has those thousands of dollars to do what I figured out how to do for free? So now we're in a race, but I do believe that this is definitely where the future of music is going, whether it's a record label or a recording studio and things like this. And this is not to take the recording studios out the game. It's actually compatible to all recording studios. You're going to need this. But it's dope. I mean, shout out to Tidal. We in the midst of putting up the website. We have the landing page up right now that we're creating the technology. Because what I've done is I've taken 3 major platforms and manipulated it to work in the way I needed it to work. So now they're putting that whole thing together. That in the midst of creating an app, I didn't know apps take that long. No matter how much money you give them to speed it up, there's really no speed up process. It's like, it takes 9 months to have a baby, and that's just that. So that's where we at now, like 6 months away from the app. Flip side is an artist-to-artist service. I started by rendering my service from anything you can imagine I could do as being Jim Jones, the artist, from bars to intros to commercials to you got a Chinese store, you want me to shout your Chinese store out, like it didn't matter and shit like that. And I ended up making a shitload of money off of it, and that was just the service side. And then I started to call different artists, and I don't think they was feeling what I was telling them, how I made the money and shit like that. And then I called DJ Envy. Envy was like, run it. As soon as Envy ran it, all the artists started, yo, what's up with that shit y'all doing? Boy, I called you before I called Envy, boy. You heard? But Envy's so lit out here, you heard? And started to make people think about it. Now, if Envy's doing this shit got to be something. Let me check it out before I...
Got it.
You dig? And then it started coming around full circle. Also, Fat Joe was one of the early ones that believed in what I was doing. He was with it from the get-go and shit like that. So I didn't have everybody up there. I showed tons of people from the industry, from label execs to artists. Shout outs to Swiss, shout outs to OG, shout outs to Rock Nation. It's fun though to be creating something that I know that nobody has has done, especially not the way that I've done it, to be in a future tech space and shit like that. But it almost feels like you either going to be the Indians or you're going to be Columbus, and I don't want to be the Indians.
See, stop, man.
Support.
Would you look at that? Would you fucking look at that?
I mean, I think that's to me what one of Jim's biggest strengths is. You know, coming from Harlem, coming from New York, the hustle.
He gonna hustle. And it's good hearing rap niggas in the tech space now. Like that's a new,
it's dope. Like I got some dope people with me. Like I also got a coin. So everybody do the cryptocurrency. I've been working on that for the past few months. Right now is what's going on. Figure out what is the actual name that I want to use. My coin is on the Ethereum base. So you got Bitcoin and then you got Ethereum, and Ethereum is where your shit really counts at. So once I put it up, people could trust in my coin and really buy it and save it, and hopefully in a few years we pipe it up. And all of these things will be doing according to Quarantine Studio. So pretty soon that coin will be worth money for you to use to render services at Quarantine Studios and shit like that. And there's a bunch of initiatives that I've been doing. Like I also got this thing where I sell intellectual properties. I have an intellectual property company. Intellectual property are like digital baseball cards. I take a picture of this chain. I got $5,000 for the picture. Somebody owns that picture of the chain, and nobody else.
Is that NFT?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's NFT. What he's saying,
yeah.
right? Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Niggas tell.
Just everything I possibly do on that platform I've been doing, especially in the tech space, and is incredible. So every week we do a contest where. So I know you've seen the Tag Your Artist that everybody's been doing.
Yeah.
So we do Tag Your Artist, but it's not Tag Your Artist. I really put together a compilation mixtape album for artists that are hot within wherever at and shit like that. So I give them a chance to really get on an album that's going to be on across all platforms. So what we do is we partner with Zap Life, and they have a platform, a party platform where now we have a contest every Sunday where the people can submit the music. The number one winner for each mixtape gets $5,000 and a chance at an ultimate recording deal once the whole series is finished. I did the first one, so that compilation album drops, I believe, in a month. Davies and Joel's are doing one now. So Joel's viral mixtape is on every Wednesday for the next 7 weeks, and contestants could log on and try to get their music heard and shit like that. And Davies does his on every Sunday and shit like that. So there's all type of shit that we've been running, especially for the new up-and-coming artists. I got distribution under there. Anything you can imagine that a record label has, we have, from entertainment lawyers, publishing, pub administration, engineers, producers, artists, merch. You run it down the line, we provide the service. So
when does Jim Jones have time for himself?
He is. This is Jim Jones.
But I do like this, especially off that Indian in Columbus bar that you just said. You being one of the artists that's first to so much stuff, you're finally able to really monetize it. For real. Right. This makes me happy that this can happen now in a space with artists. Jimmy was first to so many things.
They've always monetized.
That of course, I know, but I'm talking about monetized for real.
Like even
like
this
monetized
shit,
for real,
even
for
this
real.
shit you're doing right here, if I didn't put it in the space, I don't think you would be doing it like this right now. Remember, I was the first person to record my own album without being in the studio.
I'm saying it's hard to monetize
20
certain
years
fashion
ago.
trends that he put on.
You dig?
Getting first to something, he can really monetize it now, and this makes me happy.
I just like how casually you say all this stuff that I believe to be genius.
I mean, you shit.
And that's
being
just
a
what's
genius
special.
and being a rich are two different things.
True story.
Which one you rather be?
Just like
I'd
getting
rather be
first to
rich.
something and monetizing it and
He was
not.
gonna say
You
that.
heard?
You want to be a rich genius.
I want to be a rich genius. I want to get paid for my creativity and the things that people think I'm smart about. And that's why I go so hard. Because sooner or later, somebody got to come with a bag, and one of these things got to hit and take me out of here. Because I've done things and helped people in so many ways, and I haven't. You dig? And
But what will be out of here for you? What constitutes that?
what constitutes me out of here?
Yeah.
20 million. I'm out of here. 20 million liquid, my own money. I don't.
Out of
If I
here.
make 100 million, cool. But the next 20 million I get, niggas not gonna be able to speak to me or see me.
That's
and
sad.
I mean that wholeheartedly. If you see me, holla at me. You heard?
That's sad. I don't want Jim to leave if he gets 20 million.
But I feel him.
Word.
Jim been doing this a while.
I won't be, I'm not saying like, I'm
him.
just saying that when I leave, whatever I do is going to be on
number's
my
lower.
time and on my time only. The urgency of me doing things won't be the same no more.
Right,
You heard?
right. I get it.
Got it.
I'm always going to do some fly shit like Elon Musk. You heard?
All right, but
That makes sense.
I feel like everything that you've tried to do in the beginning of your career to now has been shit that you've loved. Like, I don't think directing videos when you did it was supposed to be for a check. I think you did it because you liked it and saw the bigger vision.
No. I did
Okay.
everything for a check.
Never mind.
Not to be like that. When we signed our deal at Rockefeller,
No,
yes,
I respect
I've
it.
always been creative and had a vision. But when
Okay,
we
well,
signed
you
our
too
deal
good-
at
you too
Rockefeller,
good at doing shit for
Cam
checks.
was telling me to figure out how much money I could get besides rapping at this point and do everything you need to do to get a bag. Like I was like, I can engineer. I start to direct the videos. You know, I got the vision. All we need is a co-director. I was like, shit. All we need is a fucking assistant inside the studio. I can engineer everything. Nigga was for a check, boy.
Okay.
Engineers was getting 9, 10, 12,000 a week. I'm like, what? Cam, like running. You fuck one of my sessions up, then you not my engineer no more. And at that time, when you was in Hit Factory and all that, there always was an assistant in there that knew everything the engineer knew. So
Yeah.
I didn't need engineers to make sure I get one of the best assistants in the building, and I'm lit. I'm getting $9,000, $10,000 check from Rockefeller every week. You heard?
I asked these guys a question last week about. I tried to get them to just put themselves in artist mode in a studio when the Ballin beat came on for the first time with no vocals, no
Oh,
hook,
yeah. Wow, this is a great conversation to come
no
back to.
no hook, no nothing. The beat just came on, and I asked them how they would react to it, and both of these niggas was like, "Nah, that would have been a joint. I would have laid the hook right away." And I said, "I don't think so."
That wasn't
You
even a joke.
just, by the way, you just lied on me. but it's cool.
Franchise Boys was sizzling at this time. They were in my studio. They was like, let's get a record going. This when they was doing the finger snap
shit,
music. I'm
yeah,
like, I
snap
can't
shit.
really do finger snap, but we found a
Yeah.
beat that kind of pulled up the Ballin beat. I'm like, run it. We did a record. Cool, I had the record. Now fast forward a few months later, I'm in Miami and Alan Grunblatt is on my phone like, Jimmy, we need a single.
That's a good impression.
He like, tomorrow. I'm
Still.
like, Alan, you tripping? Like, no, Jimmy, we need a single. I gave you a lot of money. If you know how you talk, like, yo.
That's how he talks.
I'm like,
exactly how
all
he
right.
talk.
He
I'm
just
like,
didn't
all
give
right,
me a
Alan.
lot of money. So.
I'm like, yo, and I'm like, I felt like I didn't have nobody to call for beats. Like, this my back was against the wall. I'm yo, pull that record up. Take the Franchise Boys off of it. Then I seen the Nelly record. This came on Nelly and Diddy shit. When they had the girl doing the hook and then the guys doing the hook. I was like,
Was that Fresh as I'm Is? I think
that's
it was
it.
Fresh as I'm Is.
I'm gonna do the
was a
hook. And we
joint.
need a girl to repeat what I'm doing, and we gonna get everybody involved. And then I call my man, baby mom.
So was
She like,
Franchise Boys doing that hook before you said that?
no, there
All
was
right.
just a whole nother record we created. I stripped them, take everybody off the record. I did a new verse and everything, and it's created Ballin' all over to that beat. Because it was the only beat that sounded like it would be on the radio because it was a finger snap beat. And I was like, them niggas is on the radio retardedly right now. So this beat is going to work if I put some fly shit on it.
I don't hear the snap in there.
It's the bop of it.
It's just
The
yeah,
bop
bop.
is snap.
Bop of it. Yeah.
You did.
bop
If you-
is snap,
If you
yeah.
do it, when you hear the record next time you hear it, do the finger snap
Yeah.
dance to it. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the instrumental.
You paid for this? The sample right here in the front?
Yeah, we had. Well, we chopped it up on the album in case they didn't clear it.
The snap is there.
I mean, you can, yeah.
Yeah, snap is there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That was a snap music, right? It was
Yeah.
going back to top.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
mid 2000s. That makes sense.
You heard?
An invisible snap.
Woo, exactly.
It's the bop.
The bop is
the
the
bop.
snap.
Yep.
Never would have thought about that.
Da 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 da. Da Laffy Taffy. You heard?
Who would have said that?
That's Laffy Taffy vibe right there.
But if that didn't happen, if it didn't have that bop, would you have ran to this one for it? Is that the only thing that told you? He did the whole record over. I told y'all niggas that's not possible.
No, he made this record.
He
I wouldn't
made
have heard this beat and thought it would have been a
And the
hit.
Ballin' shit is, I took that from Tupac. I said Ballin' on so many of my records. It's just this one, I turned up the ad-lib. Like, nah, that shit matched right there. Ballin'. But that was a Tupac ad-lib I took. He say Ballin' on all his records.
But were the Giants good when this record came out?
The Giants got dope when that record came out. Niggas called my phone like, Strahan is now doing a Ballin dance after he sacks everybody. I'm like, what are you talking about? You need to turn on Monday Night Football right now
It's
and
happening.
stay on Strahan. And I turned on and Strahan caught another sack and he was like, and everybody was like, I was like,
Yeah.
Nah, shout out to Giants. They invited me to the stadium. They gave me season tickets, all type of shit that year. I was in a box, backstage in the locker room, all that type of shit like that.
I wanted the Griselda niggas to feel some of that love with the Bills this year, man.
Yeah.
I did.
Damn, they got
They was in the
close.
box.
They got close.
Almost.
Nah, the Bills gonna be good next year too.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
They're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah.
Who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna just go Brady. Just
That's
cause
how I feel. I'm
just
not
because he's an
betting
older
against
nigga.
Smart man.
I got a problem with these young niggas when it comes to
Smart man.
competition. You heard?
Smart man.
I love
Smart
you, but I'm
man.
gonna give
Strong.
you something to lean on you a little
Yeah,
bit. You
smart
heard?
man.
What's wrong with these
He
guys?
can't
man.
lose.
His name is Pat
He
Mahomes.
can't
That's Tom
lose.
Brady, though.
He got home field advantage. That's crazy.
That's true.
It's never been done before.
I don't
And
know.
his team is crazy.
I don't know that he got home
in the
crazy.
history
They in
books for him
Tampa.
to lose. It's not going to go like that.
I don't know
Bucs team
that
is
he
crazy,
has
bro.
home field
That-
advantage.
In Tampa?
It's in Tampa.
It's his stadium.
Thank
the
y'all.
stadium.
Thank y'all for telling me where he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
Super
man's
Bowl.
name is Pat Mahomes.
No, that man's name is Tom Brady.
I don't know that they not
That man's
traveling
name
to
is Tom
Tampa.
Brady.
I don't know that they're not traveling to
You got it
Tampa.
wrong.
I seen 5 of my favorite strippers
You got
in
it
Tampa
wrong.
on Tuesday.
You got it wrong.
How do I not know the Kansas City fans are not going in?
You got
They-
it wrong, bro.
I know. Bet me then.
We can bet.
You going for Kansas City?
I'm not going. I think they're gonna win. That boy name is Pat Mahomes.
No, his name is Tom Brady.
Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions last time I seen him.
If Pat Mahomes don't win another Super Bowl, they
Tom
overpaid
Brady
him.
remind me like Tom Cruise in the movies. It's impossible. His shit is already laid out. He like Mission Impossible. He's going to win at the end.
Yeah.
You think that
it's
about
inevitable.
42-year-old Tom?
That
Yes.
team is crazy. They got
Matter of
Mike
fact, I think
Evans.
about it
See how
more
you
about
talking?
42 than I do at
I'm
32.
44. So, and you see how these niggas is talking about me? This nigga is wild, old, going crazy on you young niggas. That's
Yo.
all you hear. You dig?
Jim, didn't you just tell me that you wanted to get rich?
Yeah.
It's only one of these niggas got half a billy.
Yeah, but if he
It's
don't win another
it's
one,
only- it's only
if he
one.
don't win another one, they overpaid him.
Can I talk?
They overpaid him.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk, but they overpaid him if he don't win this one. I'll tell you that.
I can't talk if you gonna talk.
Okay.
It's only one of them niggas that got half a man.
Wait, hold on.
500 of them. You respect that, right?
You think Pat
You
Mahomes?
respect that,
you
right?
think
But I
Pat
don't think
Mahomes is
money-
richer than
I
Tom
don't
Brady?
think money warrants you better than someone.
Not only that,
Agreed.
if he don't
But you-
win this Super
But you
Bowl,
think Tom
they
Brady
overpaid
is
him.
not richer than Pat Mahomes?
I didn't say that, Rory.
Okay,
He said
thank
he got
God.
the
one- I
bigger
said one of
contract
them-
I
and
don't care.
shit.
I don't care about the
I said
contract.
one of
I'm
them
talking about
had
liquid.
half
They
a
paid him
billion.
like he the GOAT. They paid him like he the GOAT.
Okay, he
We
gotta
ain't
go
never
get.
seen
He
no
gotta
shit
get
like
that
that.
money.
He's
They
the
paid him
GOAT.
like, but if
He
he
is
don't
the
win
GOAT.
this one,
He's the GOAT.
If
Was
he
it
don't
guaranteed?
win this one,
But he is the GOAT.
Was it
There's
guaranteed?
a lot of guaranteed money in there. It was $350 guaranteed or something stupid.
Leave it alone. He got it.
Yeah.
He got it. We ain't got to question
But
that.
I'm talking about on Sunday. Who got more money?
Why wouldn't Brady win? What would stop him from winning?
Patrick Mahomes.
He got a squad. Brady got a squad.
He's not defense.
that Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek Hill has an amazing game, that's going to
Man,
be
niggas
different.
been saying this about Brady every time he get on the field, boy.
Oh no, I
Y'all
love Brady. I'm
realize
a
that?
Brady fan. I'm a
Niggas
Brady
be
fan.
shitting on Brady. Man, fuck that nigga Brady.
Yeah.
That smooth white boy get up there looking like a model. He throw that shit perfect. See? Got the model girlfriend leave out the games.
Yeah.
Smooth. He don't
Yeah.
even talk to niggas. You heard? He move polite.
Wait,
You heard?
he don't even talk to niggas. You heard? Hey, you
That's
niggas.
the smoothest
hey,
dude I've seen in a long time that plays sports.
He gonna be smooth with his head down after the game, walking through the tunnel.
And if he do lose, what about it?
Nothing. See, and that's the thing. Nothing.
He put on
Nothing.
so bad
Nothing.
at his age to be where he at. He's
Yeah, yeah.
still in the Super. What
Yes.
can they tell him?
That's true.
He's the greatest
Facts.
quarterback of all time.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
He doubled.
He there. He's
I
there
just
in
think
tenable.
nobody was better than Joe Montana. Like just statistically, that nigga Joe Montana was retardedly ill. Who you say better?
Bro, 6 Super Bowl rings is equivalent to 12 NBA championships. Just think about it like
I
that.
mean, by your man.
Think about it.
No,
you know how hard it is
I'm
to
not
win a
mad at
Super
that
Bowl?
math.
To win a Super Bowl, like, bro, that's not.
You don't see
winning
dynasties very often.
Yeah, winning one is like you on the mountain, you on the mountaintop. 6, that's a video game shit, bro.
Don't you got to win 4 games to win
That's
the
Mike
Super Bowl?
Jordan
Yo,
numbers. Like he like
the entire Pittsburgh
yeah. Well, it depends if you got
franchise
Byron.
calls themselves the Sixburg Steelers. That's a franchise. We talk about one quarterback.
Bro, if
That's
Tom Brady
insane.
if Tom Brady was a black man, we would be talking different about Tom Brady. That's just period. If this was a black quarterback with 6 Super Bowl rings on his way to possibly 7, this is crazy. This is insane that he's in the Super
They
Bowl.
have to hate on Tom Brady. It's in the playbook.
I mean, he only had the MAGA hat in his locker room.
There's no way around it.
He had the what in the locker room?
He only had the MAGA hat in his locker.
Well,
I mean,
we
do have reason to hate him.
A nigga personal beliefs and his sports
His play, yeah, that's different.
two
Very
different
different.
things. You heard?
Yeah.
Very different.
You dig? I have nothing to do with a nigga. You dig?
You don't combine the two?
Nah, I don't combine the two. How could you? How could you put a person's performance on how his personal beliefs? It's two different things. His personal beliefs does not affect his performance. There's no way around that.
Especially when it's politics. Like, it's politics.
But I'm saying it's just two different things. You're dealing with a physical element, you heard, and you're dealing with somebody's beliefs.
Yep,
Something that's in
I'd be
here.
conflicted with that.
I don't like niggas based on their beliefs.
I
though.
mean, you don't have to like anyone made based on their beliefs, but you have to respect their performance.
oh, no, he's a dog.
You heard?
He's a dog.
Yeah.
So,
You did?
I mean,
I fucking hate this nigga.
We ain't gonna debate
but he
that.
be killing shit.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta put that at the end. You heard?
Yeah.
I don't like what he's standing for. I fucking hate this nigga. But he be killing shit.
killing shit.
You heard?
Yeah.
You do that with music too?
no, you're right.
Yes. You heard?
Yeah, I'd be
I
conflicted.
Me too.
I've never
Because I think music
held
more personal than sports.
a person's music accountable to what I don't like them for. Like, I fucked with French. I knew all of French's music. He had some fucking hot records. The fuck? You heard? He was in the zone for like 3 years when he was at the French with the rose, the French with the Drake, the French with the.
Yeah,
It's just like it was.
Stacey, yeah, it was
you
a
in the
lot
club,
going
you
on.
couldn't do nothing about it. You had to. You did like so.
Jim, can you still believe that's French from like the DVD? I still can't believe that.
Nah, I could believe it because I know how the game go. Few people understand how to get in the mix of this shit. That shit he did wasn't by luck or by chance. He knew what he wanted to do and he knew how to get there. You heard? He manipulated them DVDs to get next to the people that could help him as an artist. You heard? And that was like a Jim Jones move right there. Like
I was gonna say that's Jimmy from the
I know how
DVD.
to-
He talk
I
about
know
tech
how to-
shit right now.
I know how to get next to these niggas. All right, next is I need a verse. Next is I need a thug. Next is yo, I got a bag for you. Yo, I got a bag for you. Like you did. Like
Smart shit.
it's easy to get next to a rapper. You heard?
Is there a verse that you want that maybe you never got?
A verse that I want? I would always wanted a Jay verse just because Jay has always been one of my favorite artists even before I was signed to a deal. Nas verse would be nice. He was always one of my favorite artists since high school since he did the barbecue. Who else? Like a Drake. I'll take a Drake verse. Who else? Right now, I'll take a Lil Baby verse. That'd be dope. I fuck with Lil Baby. He go hard. He represents a lot of the things that we into. Who else? Kendrick Lamar. I take a Kendrick verse. That boy be busting. He got that. He got a nice vibe to him. There's a few people. You dig? Like yo, I got a nice little bucket list. Like on the El Capo album, I got to get the Rick Ross verse. That was my bucket list verse from Rick Ross. I never did music with him. I got to do a record with Fab. That was like my bucket list. Like so, I got you know what I mean. I'm slowly but surely hit my bucket list. I guess as I get nicer, they respect it and send them verses back.
What about the Brooklyn Drill Kids?
What about them? I fuck with drill music.
I would like to hear you work with them.
Well, I got a record with Fabio Farm where we drilled over the crunk music beat. You heard?
I know that one.
It's kind of retarded. We didn't put that out. I also did a record for Fabio for his album where he did over one of Joel's records. He drilled it over. I got a couple drill records with Dice Peso. So yeah, you know, I'm a fan of all music, and I definitely like to jump on the young boys' energy and you know what I mean? Shit. I'm with it all, man. Like I said, I tell producers all the time, don't start sending me beats that you think you hear Jim Jones on. Like send me all the beats.
Right.
I'll pick.
It's a certain thing with you and Harry Fraud though. It's a certain. It just goes.
Well, Harry Fraud is dope. He got a dope air sonically and shit like that, and he's a little bit different. He kind of got a nerdy vibe to him as I got to know him and shit like that. Like he's really into whole different way of doing music and shit like that. Him and Sparks kind of studies this shit, like you know what I mean. And we went through it. And we was on Quarantine Studio, so I still never even got to give him a physical 5 yet. I haven't even met Harry Fraud
Really?
in person
Oh, wow.
yet, only through Quarantine Studio.
Wow.
So we did
Oh,
the
I
whole.
figured y'all met.
Nah, never ever. Only on the studio at nighttime and shit like that. But yeah, he's dope. He's in all ranges, and from mixing to cover art, graphics. Like he got a full package going on over there, man. It was great to do music with him. Like I told him today, we got to continue the narrative. Let's not stop here and shit like that. I mean, but we got some incredible records on that shit.
Speaking of the you and French, there was, being from New York and outside around that time where y'all had y'all differences. It was definitely a certain energy in the city. Being from the Bronx and Harlem, you just knew that it was tension. And I think y'all coming together and ending that was big. Do you think that at some point you and Max can get in that space?
Nah, we're not even going to talk about that. I'm going to spare you on that because I like you. But let's not go there. You don't even have to mention the name again. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Respect that.
Do you and French shit, when y'all did the Under the Bridge, and it was all them niggas there, and that's where I thought you was about to go, for y'all, did it feel like a moment?
It definitely felt like a moment. Like it was...
Because y'all was together before that.
Like he said, no, I mean, we was together.
Yeah.
Way before.
That's what I'm saying.
Slowly. One time before that, I was together with him. Like, I've never, personally, when he came in to do the video, was the first time I seen him personally and shit like that. So I got to meet with him. But before that, it was just on the phone and shit like that. But under that bridge, yeah, it was a lot of stand-up individuals under that bridge that had to take sides when me and French were going through what we went through. And God bless, because it could have got scary in a lot of different times and shit like that. And it's so funny because the Bronx and Harlem are kind of so connected. So a lot of these individuals do know each other and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But we're in the mix. These individuals had to separate it. It was just a bunch of wild, crazy shit going on. So I'm very glad that we was able to kind of put this behind us. And
it did something to
put our
me when
best
I
forward.
was watching it from home. Like I had seen, I think y'all just did some video on the couch the day before. I had just seen that. But this was different in New York. It was energy. It was energy.
No, this was a moment. This was something that, like I said, if you from New York and Harlem and from the Bronx, it was got to a point, even if your family was from Harlem or your family was from the Bronx, it was tension between family. And it's like, yo, I know Jim, I know French, like these is, you know what I'm saying? But it was a real thing. This was a real thing. But this, and especially that bridge, shooting it on that bridge, like this is a real New York moment. And this was like super dope to see everybody out there. And, this is, to me, this is what hip hop is right here, this video.
Yeah. They told me a long time ago the real power was in restraint. So
right.
I tip my hat to French for showing restraint.
Right.
I was shocked when Berg told me what was going on. He was in the stew and he was pulling the Berg pack out.
You was there.
I was there, but I was shocked.
Oh.
I was shocked. I was there chilling.
I see you now. That was the first time you really ever got to see me do some work, right? Have you ever been in the studio with me before like that?
No.
Working in that capacity? No. Right, so.
I remember the first time I was when me and Biggs came to listen to Hustler's Poem, and Stack was there with you.
Rest in peace.
And I think y'all had played Weatherman for us.
Stacks
That was the first time I
begged
seen
me to do that record. He like, please, G's, get Weezy on that. Like that whole record, I wanted to fuck Weezy up over that record, man.
Weatherman?
For real, I was gonna fuck Weezy up, and Weezy my brother. I love him to death and shit like that. But Weezy did some wacky shit when it came to that record. So remember he had a record with Fat Joe called Make It Rain on him?
Yeah.
That was our hook.
Yeah.
Now go listen to that record and then pull up Weatherman.
Yeah.
I called Weezy in a club one day, boy. And Jewels was like, yo, Jim.
Wait,
Jewels stopped that situation. I love Weezy to death and shit like that, but
I make it.
pull it up. You got shit, pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull both of the records up.
It's definitely the
Weezy
same.
took the hook and put it on Fat Joe record and had no explanation for me. But yo,
I make it rain on him.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you.
I make it rain. Weatherman and that man, I make it rain on him.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be mad about that. I see what you did.
I was
Ain't nothing new.
I would be mad about that.
I was ready to take it to the next level, and Jewels really.
Yeah.
I never forget it was the MTV award show and shit like that. We was in the China Club when I seen him, and the homies just finished throwing somebody off the fucking balcony and that shit. I never forget that day. Right in front of Weezy, like. So what's up? You heard, like off the balcony, second floor show. Yeah. Fuck, I was like, yo, man, so many stories in the city that I've just seen some amazing shit, bro.
And that was almost 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Hustler's
More
Poem
maybe, no?
came out 2006. Yeah, Hustler's Poem
wow.
2006. I never would have thought that Jim would be like, we talk about it here. Like, you definitely out of the crew make our favorite music out of the crew, and that to me is still amazing that Jim Jones makes our favorite records out of Dipset.
This shit get me upset again. Turn this off. Let me stop.
Niggas tossing it up in the bed.
Let me stop, man. Shouts to Weezy, man. Shouts to Getting Parted, man. That was kind of slick and dope, man. I know nobody likes to be behind them bars, so
Get into
that was pretty fly.
our southern fan base hating us for saying that we ain't got his whole swag from Dipset.
But while we on, before we leave Stack Bundles, rest in peace. You already know the vibes. Stack Squad up, Far Rock, what up? Like, he was so excited to go over there and fuck with y'all, man. I have to tell you.
Man,
I have to tell you.
Stack's energy was just. I haven't seen nobody else that come close to giving me that Stack's energy yet. As far as who he was, like I never seen him in a sad day. Like he always had, even when shit was going wrong, he just was Jesus. Man, Stack's got cheated and he was dead nice, man. Everybody knows that, but
yeah, Stack came to me when he was a little frustrated with some shit Clue was doing. I don't fucking know. And he said, "Yo, quiet as kept, man. Don't tell these niggas, but." Got a little situation with Jim. What you think, Joe? And Stack just looked like he fit there. So I said, nigga, go. Like, what are you doing? That makes sense. And then y'all niggas started moving and it looked like cousins that was moving around.
Yeah.
Boy, I was proud of my guy, man. And back to you having that immortal port open to the youth. Like if Stack was still here, I think he'd be dominating in this shit today.
If Stack was
I think he would be going crazy today.
This is his era. This
he
is
would
his
be
time.
moving shit around right now. Like you dig? Like he was. I would say like he was a mix between Meek and Drake before Meek and Drake. Like that's how ill he was.
He would be the OG
Like,
of this shit
He had
right
a
now.
complete sound when it came to the music. He knew how to rap and he knew what people wanted.
He could rap
to
about
hear.
everything.
They would have been begging
His
to get the
beat,
Stack
even his
feature.
beat selection was dope. You know what I mean? Like
He was a lot like you niggas, man, and I couldn't understand it because he was
had
from
a lot
Far
of,
Rock.
He had a lot of Harlem flavor.
did.
Like you
Yeah, he
could
did.
never know he was from Far Rock from the way
Right.
he moved, talked, and dressed and shit like that. He had a lot of Harlem with him. I will say that.
He definitely fit that
Don't do that.
aesthetic
He's
of
still
Dipset,
Queens
though.
though.
Nah, Stax was a good dude.
Relax.
Yo, rest in peace, Stack. Rest in peace, Chinks.
Rest in peace, Chinks,
Shout out to
man.
the whole
Yeah,
Far
I
Rock.
remember being on tour with Stax and Chinks calling from jail on a tour with Stax. Like, yo, my man, come on. I'm telling you, he got it. He got it, G's. The nigga. Word, man.
I remember that.
Chinks came home and did what he had to do. He got busy, man. Word. Definitely. God bless both those souls, man. It's crazy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for two niggas from one hood to just go right when you about to make your, I can't imagine it. I can't imagine. I can't. Rest in peace. Those my guys.
Yeah.
So,
Bino, what up?
Bino, what's good?
For shouts to Bino, shouts to Mega. Mega, what's up?
Do you have any attachment? Do you have any attachment to what the weather is like when you drop music, or it don't matter?
I used to drop my music then like every summer. When I first started. And then I just started dropping music when it felt right. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but now though, with pandemic, niggas is in the house, niggas can't really move around, clubs closed, blah blah. Like you just saying, you got some shit dropping in the summer. Like, do we know what that means today now? Like, what does the summer look like now?
I don't know if the summer hits like it used to hit for us. We just anticipated getting back open, and hopefully we could do some of the things that we like to do that'll push some of this music and give some people some theme music to move around to. You know what I mean? Like,
But move, niggas ain't moving.
this is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it'll open back up for the summertime. I mean, it's pretty sooner or later. They have to open things back up. They have to figure out how to handle this whole COVID thing, or we have to figure out how to adapt and live with it. Like that's how I feel. I'm not a doctor. I don't know too much, but
You plan on vaccinating?
No. No. I don't plan on vaccinating, and I have nothing against anybody who wants to vaccine. I'm not here to tell nobody, you don't vaccine. Me personally, I'm not vaccinating. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through enough in life, and I think that we could figure out how to take some medicine if I get sick and shit like that. I don't know. The vaccine don't look like they got it all together yet.
For sure.
Let's ask that question in 2 more years, and then maybe
Yeah.
my mind might change once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Weather report.
What's up?
That's some of the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
And I know it started out as you just posting on your socials, opening your door and being outside.
Yep.
And now it's taking off, and you have a show with Revolt, I believe.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Because
I think you need to be. I think you should be the official weatherman of New York City.
The Drip Report, it's a weekend weather show. Like you said, I started when Hurricane Irma was in Miami. Me and Chrissy making fun and just started doing the weather. Couple years passed. Had a couple opportunities to kind of create a show. Shout out to Detavio. He's seen it and was like, "Man, this is incredible. I'm gonna be in a good position." You see that McDonald's right there? Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, look at Jim.
Yeah, he got nice McDonald's sponsorship.
Look at this. Is this
dope, man.
Is this Revolt's page?
Yeah, it's Revolt. Mm-hmm.
It feels good. I believe I got like the #1 television show on Revolt right now.
All right, watch yourself, buddy.
Quiet as cat.
Hey. Hey.
We could go.
I like that they did that though. I'm so happy they did that, man.
It's a small show though. 6
It
minutes.
don't.
But it's perfect. It's perfect.
Short form content is in right now. I know we do long form, but it's a lot of niggas looking for short form. So that's perfect, #1. And #2, for me, as somebody that was trying to get it popping on Revolt, what it meant was it's like when the basketball team feel like they could win and they might be a piece or two away, so they go spend the money.
Right.
Like, that's how I felt. Like, Revolt for so long, they talked about it a certain way, and now it's so reputable. Like, niggas, look, it's the Weather Report. Yeah, nigga, Revolt. Hip-hop, culture, soul. Like, I get that you a TV network, but soul still. And what says soul? Like Jim Jones doing the weather.
And not only that, once Jim give you the weather, you know exactly what he's talking about.
Wait, look at his graphic.
Yeah.
This shit is amazing.
Yeah, you know exactly what it means. It's cold over there. You know what all that shit mean.
Yeah, nah, it's dope. I mean,
This is hilarious to me.
hopefully we could turn it into a full news show. So that's why we've been doing like the Weekend Drip, which is like going me talking about things that's going on in the culture. Like, that's my little news section at the end and shit like that. So, I mean, for the culture being something that everybody knows about, and we have our own dialect, but everybody around the world understands our dialect, we could do things like this with our eyes closed because everybody gonna feed into it. It's a culture-driven thing. It's not a Jim Jones-driven thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This niggas in Texas can understand this because they understand our dialect. We got our own language.
Yeah, this is dope.
I like it.
So
Jim,
like,
This looks
that
good.
was Ray. Like, this week I had who we had? Amber Rose. She did the weather in LA this week with me and shit like that. So now we got weather
I gotta watch
correspondents
that.
every week.
I gotta
might
watch.
need to
I
get
gotta
you
watch
on and
Amber
do the
doing
weather
the
with me.
little weather now. Let me see what Amber.
See, I should give up the
Let
weather.
me see what the wind chill factor is looking like with Amber doing a little something. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me, nigga? I'm watching that.
Yeah, nah, it's dope though. I mean, shit. It's another check. It's another job. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. You know what I mean?
Jim gonna get that 20 mil and blow this joint. Like Kaiser Associate, we ain't never hear from him again. We're all gonna be sad.
Nah, I don't think that'd be sad. Somebody else will come in and take my place.
Nah, I don't think so, man.
It's always like that, man.
I don't think they make new niggas that's gonna take the place of old niggas. I just think the new niggas is gonna be the new niggas.
Yeah, you got a point.
But-
Different times. They adapting to other shit.
Listen, I still remember you out the back of the stretch limo in the "What Means the World to You" video.
Greatest
Like,
time of my
Fam,
life.
time like that's.
I feel like I'm laying down on the side of that shit right now. Damn, that was a good one. That was a fucking hell of a video.
So to watch this, like when we was coming up, or when I was coming up, like I applauded LL for the longevity because
we
it was
in
unheard
the
of.
nastiest casino in Vegas right here.
It looks like it. This looks
Yo,
ridiculous.
we thought we was so lit.
I thought y'all was too.
We was
Yeah, we didn't know the difference
Oh
at
my
home.
I
God.
didn't know nothing
know
at
the
home, but this ain't it. Look, see, I wish I'd have known. I thought these niggas was lit. I wanted a record deal.
Same.
I was like, I need to ride down Vegas with some bitches in the
This
stretch
shit was
limo and a jacuzzi.
Shit was so fun.
But you couldn't rap a lick here, right?
No, they was teaching me how to rap. I had a couple raps that Cam used to make me have on tuck. Like, yo, we go somewhere, I tell you to rap, you better rap. That's how Cam was. You know, he's from the old school, so you had to have bars. You had to have raps and shit like that. I remember Big Pun like, yo, Cam, your man rap. He like, nah, Jim, you gotta rap, man. Where everybody rapping, you got raps, you gotta rap. I had to rap in front of Big Pun. I was so mad. Cam was like, yo, no, you did good. You did good. You did good.
You did good. You did good. You ain't embarrassed me.
Word up, I was hyped. I
Rapping for
felt
the most
good.
rapidy rap motherfucker
Man,
ever.
I got so many fucking stories, man. Big Pun was definitely a very
Oh, my
official
God.
dude, man.
Hell yeah.
He the first person I ever seen make it rain in the strip club. He said, no, you take a grab a handful like this. And you throw it out. I said, yo. Oh man, I'll never forget going to the wedge and shit like that with
The
Pun.
wedge.
Man.
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
man. Yes,
fucking
man.
wedge,
You
man.
heard? You know.
Oh my God. The wedge. That nasty little spot.
Yeah, I yeah, you know, I forget.
I
I'm
miss
the
all the little
older
nasty
bunch
little
right here,
spots.
so you know what I'm talking about. Those are the good fun days.
Oh my God. That's
Damn,
weird.
did he have the iceberg kicks on right there? That was the iceberg
look at
goofy
you,
kicks
man.
with the goofy eyes on the kicks. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yo, did you know, because I'm not off that Ballin question I asked, I want to ask the same thing with Certified Gangster. Did you know that was one?
Oh, no, I knew that was one. Ballin, I had no
Which
idea.
one? Certified
But
Certified
when
Gangster.
Bang,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't compare
the
those.
Bang
Yes, sir.
had the white Cadillac
Piece
truck.
different.
Came down Def Jam. Remember niggas used to go in that parking lot right across the street from Def Jam and chill. We had a cars parked all there. So Bang came down like, yo, I got a beat. You need to hear this beat. I'm like, let me hear it. He put that shit on. I'm like, and you know, I'm a West Coast fanatic. Like West Coast music.
That's it.
I heard that shit. I was like, oh my God.
So you went crazy.
I'm out of here. This is it. This is it. This is it. I went to the studio. I went to the Cam session that night. Went to the studio. Like, yo, Cam, I got this record that's fire. Let me record it real quick. He like, hey. I did this shit. He like, I need a verse on that. He like, that
Yes,
shit hot.
sir.
I'll put my verse on that right now. And that's how that shit
And that
happened.
was the original, right?
He'll bring me back.
Then
That
the
was original.
remix.
And then I did the
Then the
remix.
remix with
Little
Game.
Flip and Game. And then
Man.
Little Flip didn't come to this video. So I had to call Cam in the last minute. And I think Cam caught a jet to LA for me and did the video with us. I remember this was the first video that anybody seen Game. Dr. Dre was so pissed off. He called Koch, tried to get Allen to take the video. Then I was still God. I fuck with Dr. Dre, but I was rude as hell. I tell Dr. You heard? Ain't none coming down, nigga. It's my shit, nigga. Holla at me when he see me. I'm in New York.
You knew this would go.
I knew this was gonna go. And then I went to
That's
LA
how I
to do
figured
the
out
video.
about Game.
When I went to LA and did the video, I was like, yeah, we out of here. When I got with all the gangsters out there, I was like, yeah, we out of here. They feeling my gangster. They feeling my gangster, nigga. I'm a G, nigga. You heard? I left
crazy.
LA on steroids out there. First time I heard Suwoo when I went out there, motherfucker. They like, Suwoo. I'm like, what is Suwoo? Like,
Look how young Game
I came back
looks,
with that
man.
Suwoo to the east side. Niggas went Suwoo crazy. God, man, Matrix went dumb with the Suwoo. Suwoo everything, nigga.
This is crazy right here.
No, this video,
Jim,
this video bringing me
Jim,
back.
I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Yeah, I need to. What are we gonna do? I need to get. I don't know if I like a podcast or I like something video-ish. What are we gonna do, brother? I know one thing. I could do one of the two, but I know I could get a lot of people to watch whatever I'm doing.
You definitely more. Your strength is moving around. showing people your day-to-day shit. I think you got that much interesting shit going on. People will want to see that.
I think it's visual.
Yeah.
I don't think it's audio.
So in visual what capacity? I'm trying to sell it to Joe right now since he's the head of since he's the head of equity. I got to get my shit.
He's the head of equity.
Fuck all this. He the head of creative equity.
Equity this, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, Mo.
Equity
Hey,
this.
my second day on the job, I got to deal with Jim Jones.
Hey, dude, go create some equity for me.
Ain't that your job?
Yeah.
It's my job.
All right. Well, you tell me somebody that you seen more compelling than Jim Jones in the past year for the camera.
Not many.
Answer.
Compelling?
Come on, create some equity.
Or intriguing.
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. What? That
That was 3 years ago.
That's a pause.
There you go.
On top of a pause. On top of a pause. Boy. You way wailing.
Talking way too spicy.
Jim, the gentlemen in this room understand that you're one of the more compelling artists. The niggas in here don't need no convincing. And to be honest with you, that the more that niggas bring up Dipset and like more national conversations, like it almost make me feel like y'all don't belong to us only. Like y'all not really just New York the way niggas hold on to them.
Yeah, we got a broad fan base. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely get the same feeling that we could be in anywhere. Niggas like, no, Dipset my whole high school. Yeah, I had the bandana. I had the this. I had like, yo, it'd be crazy.
That's
like,
crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Like, some niggas got the tattoos. Like, nigga, I got the Dipset tattoo. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy
big.
out there and shit like that. Like, yo, I
Diplomats
be
was
going
really,
through
really
a lot
big.
of that shit. But it's dope, man. To be able to leave an impact like that, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You blessed.
So I said we got 5 albums dropping before fall.
Mm-hmm.
Man, other projects dropping. There's content dropping. Everything is dropping.
Everything is
This
dropping.
thing ain't. I don't know, Jim. Even if you hit the 20 mil in the next few years, I don't see you just going. I don't. It's too much happening. It's too much energy around what you're doing. I know that shit sound good because maybe that's what you always had in your head. I'm getting 20 mil and I'm blowing the game on some Harlem Legend shit. But no, you're not. You're not.
Nah.
You're staying right here.
Yeah,
I don't believe one word of it.
And when he said
He
to
loved
me,
it.
when he
He
said to me
loved it
that
too
everything
much.
is for the check, I understood him. But I think you enjoy this shit, Jim.
you
I
can't
do.
fool
I know,
me.
I do.
You can't fool me with that
I
shit.
enjoy
I
every
think you
day
pick the shit
of
you
being
like.
who I am and doing the things I do. There's no way around it. You dig? But it comes to a point that there's other shit that I would like to have a ball doing.
Oh no, absolutely.
You heard?
Yeah.
Like
I
I
get
might
that.
want to wake up in the middle of the jungle somewhere with a
Right.
blunt, feeling
Right.
like Tarzan.
Not
like,
mad.
I want to go through life, like you did. Like as much as there is to do out there, like music and living in this space that we in is not the only shit to be doing. There's a lot of fun shit that niggas could be doing. I'm on the gram every day and people doing shit that I wish I could be doing. There's places out there I'm looking at like I want to be there right now. You know what I mean? It comes to a place I'm not really worried about what's cool to you anymore. I want to do
Right.
some shit that is cool to me, and I feel, you know what I mean? Like shit, we all got our little weird parts of us. I want to fulfill my weird. Like I want to, you dig? Like nigga, I want to go to London and live there for a year. Oh shit, now I want to go to Australia and live there for a year. Like I got some time to do it while we still young. I still could do different shit like that. I can't do it if stuck in. You heard doing what everybody else think is lit.
Fulfill my
It's
weird.
fun.
It's selfish.
Fulfill my weird.
like
that was
that.
a bar that you ain't even know you said.
Fulfill my weird. I like
Fulfill my weird.
I ain't gonna play no games with these
with
niggas.
that.
I'm getting right to it. You know what, man? Check this out. check this out. This is what we're
that
gonna do.
atmosphere.
It wouldn't have been conducive, right?
Yo, Jim. Well, I forgot. Why we ain't talking about that? Jim asked that nigga, "Do you think this is conducive to your health?"
Yo, the funny
Yo,
shit
that was the
about that.
funniest line of all time.
Funny shit about that, somebody had just said that shit to me like the day before, and I was just using that shit just all day, and he ended up getting a little bit of that conducive behavior. Like, damn, man.
Jimmy ran down and said, "Yo,
Conducive
is this
to your health."
conducive to you walking around?"
Yo, y'all niggas is stupid, man. Listen, man. Shout out to Jimmy, man. Thanks for coming by and
Thanks
fucking
for
with
having
us.
me, man. I had a
Always a
ball.
pleasure. Friend of the show.
I had a ball.
New shit with Harry, 2 weeks from the day. You know the vibes.
Fraud department popping. We got a lineup though. After the fraud department, we got the Scram Jones. After the Scram Jones, we got Young Berg Hitmaker. Then in the midst of all that, we got the motherfucking DJ Drama, Gangsta Grills and shit like that. Like I'm going for the gusto.
Damn.
Come
Keep
on.
us in your prayers.
Great.
It was never about.
Keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be there.
On one right now.
Until the next time, I bid you adieu, farewell, adios.
Close it.
Hasta la vista.
Close it.
Arrivederci.
And another thing.
Life is a series of moments, and moments
They're
pass.
gonna take this shit all out of proportion.
So let's make this
Jim
one
just said
last.
them niggas are squashed.
As if now we gonna edit all that shit. We're not doing that.
The fuck?
This pod will not start any of that. Listen, remember,
I'm just- you know, it's
the
just-
baddies are insecure, the stagnant women want to travel, and the fucking fuck, I don't remember it, but I'm getting out of here anyway,
Enjoy
man.
your headache.
Enjoy your headache.
Enjoy your headache. The closed-minded women want you to teach them
you
things.
gotta
How do I
remember-
forget that
You gotta
one?
remember your lines before you get
It's
off.
true,
bro.
it's
Like,
true.
that's
And
kinda
enjoy
crazy,
Parks and
like-
Erickson trying to edit this.
You see what Jim says? I give these niggas 5 hours of content, and Jim said I gotta remember my lines. Yo, we out of here, man. One.